Hello and welcome to Arts and Crafts with Steve McDonald. Today I'm going to be showing you two methods of mounting Yupo paper to foam board and how to resin it. So the first method I'm using is using PVA glue, and this is neat PVA glue. I brush it all over, and I ensure that no bristles or little lumps get stuck to the PVA glue prior to putting the picture on, because if not they will show up in your picture and they spoil your picture, and then they're even magnified even more when you put the resin on. So evenly coat the foam board. Now using PVA glue is okay. It's not the best method because it does take a couple of days to dry properly, but it's the easiest method because you don't really get any bubbles with it. Also, if you don't like it when you first put it down, you can still slip and slide it around and move it around. I've sealed this picture several times before trying to glue it down, because if not, you will rub it, you will ruin it, and if you drop a little bit of PVA glue on it anyway, it will just wipe straight off. So always seal before you try and glue it down. So once I've got it down and there's no bubbles and I'm happy with it, I then cover it up with some paper towel and put a board on the top, and then I have something heavy on top of that. The next method I'm going to show you is using a photo mount spray, and you can get this from most art shops or Amazon. This is a lot more difficult and can create bubbles, so you need to be quite careful and very exact with it, but you can resin over it within about an hour. What you need to ensure before you spray your photo mount onto the paper is that there's actually no little bits of dust or anything on there that will cause a lump on your paper once it's adhered to this. So that's quite clean. So I literally just spray, making sure I give an even coating of photo mount onto the foam board. And I always go that way and that way. Now I've cut this foam board down to approximately A3 size, but it isn't A3 size, and I will have to trim it up afterwards, which I will do with a circular blade. So now I've sprayed that, I'm going to pop this onto the sprayed and tacky piece of foam board, stretching it out as much as possible as I put it on to avoid any lumps and bumps. And then what I will do is I will just go over it with a very light touch, using my cloth to ensure that it has adhered down where I want it. And I don't find that I get many bubbles with it at all if I pop it straight down. There we go. So that's gone down quite nicely, but I would recommend that you seal these first to avoid, like I got there, a little bit of movement of the mica, and the mica will allow that to seal. So then what I do is I just cover the picture with paper towel, and there is no glue on that at all because it's all underneath the actual picture itself. That needs just pushing down there a little bit. And if you just take your time with this, it will come out well. Okay, and then I cover it up like that. I get another board and I put that on over it evenly like that, because it's the same size board, and that's pushing it down. And then I have a big box of tools here that I just put on top of it, because you want another board on, because foam board is very easy to dent and you don't want to dent it. So if you put that directly on top of your foam board, it would leave a circle. So I then just pop that there. So that's now been sealed and that's now dry. What I'm going to do now is cut this down to about the size that I want it to be, because obviously this isn't the size that I wanted this picture, and it's quite easy to cut down. I've got just a square here that I use, and so I'm going to cut this down using a square, and on my cutting board I've also got squares marked out, so it's quite easy to see where I want it to cut. So I want it to cut, let's get a pencil. I wouldn't normally use a pencil, but I will use a pencil this time. I want that bit off there, so I want it that there cut, and so I'm going to put my level on it, or my square on it, sorry. Hold that down quite tight. I've got a circular blade, I pop that on there, I draw it backwards with the blade quite tight against that square, so I remove that. And then I look at the picture again and I think to myself, yeah, I don't like that bottom bit, so that got removed. Then I remove this side because I want to get rid of that a little bit of the corner. And you don't have to be as drastic as this, and you don't actually have to cut it down at all if you don't want to. Then I remove the bottom, and then to balance it out I remove that bit at the top, and that leaves me with this nice size picture that's nice and evenly cut, ready to have another couple of seals and to be resined over, which I will be doing. And so it's gone down from what, an A3 size to now it's 12.5 inches by 10.5 inches, which is 31.5 centimeters by 27 centimeters, and I think that's a really quite a nice size of a picture. In this picture, as you can see, I've ensured with my little level that it's level all over, because I think that's really important when you're putting resin on, because the last thing you want is your resin all pouring off on one corner. So this is the final part. As I say, I did a test with resin on foam board earlier in the week, where I wanted to test that if the resin went on the sides of the foam board, then it wasn't going to react with it in any way. And the resin I'm using certainly didn't react with it. It just went lovely. It really did. So I haven't done any sealing around this at all. So I'm just going to resin over it without sealing it up. So without further ado, let's put some resin on this picture. This picture has been sealed 5 times with the sealer that I use, which can be found in my other videos because I can't get hold of the Kmart sealer. But I find it works really well and the resin won't react with it. I'm using resin 8, so I would recommend that if you're using a different type of resin, that you also do a test on the foam board to ensure that it doesn't have a reaction. So I've got my resin mixed up, and I'm just going to pour it on as I would normally. Okay. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to leave a little bit of resin in the pot, just in case it doesn't pour all the way down those edges and sides. And then I've just got a little bit that I can use to pour or to stick on the sides with my fingers. This is coming out really nicely so far. I love the way that the actual resin, now there's resin on it, even though it's not spread out nice and evenly, I love the way that how the resin lifts those colours. I'm going to leave that for a couple of minutes, and then I'll go over it again and get rid of some more bubbles. One there I haven't got rid of. And there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed these videos. I absolutely love this. I really do. And I hope you enjoyed how I use mica powder, and I hope you enjoyed how I mount it onto resin boards. So please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment in the comments on this video on YouTube. I answer all comments. I love them. Please subscribe and share this as much as you can, because I'm trying to build my channel up, because it makes me feel good and it makes me feel lovely. All right, so I'm not right. There's something not right about me. Okay, so thank you very much, and I look forward to you being one of my subscribers. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share this video as much as you can to help my channel grow. Bye.